If the decision in Anderson, as it was handed down Friday, remains intact, we agree that Miss Davis is eligible for bail. But that's also true for everyone else accused of murder, no matter how serious the crime, no matter how dangerous the person, no matter how likely flight might be. But we don't think any order could be made properly until the 30 days expires, which would be, March 19th or thereabouts.
Good luck, Angela. No case at all. And that was a vicious, deliberate political frame-up. And these people have vindicated the Soledad brothers and have vindicated the mass movement that was organized around the Soledad brothers. About the decision. And that is that George Jackson did not live to see it, and we're going to carry out.
The transfer of Miss Davis was made suddenly this morning when lawmen in a three-car convoy drove her and her legal papers from San Rafael down Highway 101 to new quarters here in Palo Alto. The move was made without incident. There were no problems. Security precautions here are just as tight as those that surrounded Miss Davis in San Rafael. The sheriff's office now says Miss Davis is housed in 2 cells in this relatively new jail, 2 cells that are quite close to the superior courts.
This morning at about 5:30, Marin County took from their facilities Miss Angela Davis and delivered her to Santa Clara County, arriving approximately 7 o'clock this morning. She will be held at the North County facilities in Palo Alto at 270 Grant Street. The North County provides suitable facilities for the confinement of Miss Davis because of its size, ability to control, and to secure with only minor modifications. The presiding judge of the Superior Court of the county has not yet announced where the trial will take place. Miss Davis will be housed in a 6-foot by 8-foot cell, and she will have available an adjoining cell of the same size to be used as a workroom.
Marin County Civic Center may be a magnificent example of the architecture of Frank Lloyd Wright, but it wasn't built for security. Yet security has been heavy here ever since the August shootout, and today the sheriff's deputies had all sides covered.
Don't be nervous. Thank you, dear.
This peace symbol on the sign of the new Security National Bank in downtown Walnut Creek has caused a controversy. The symbol was constructed without a construction permit and without an electrical permit. The city issued a stop work order, but the work was not stopped. The work instead was completed last Friday. Now the city is trying to decide whether to prosecute the contractor who did the work without a permit, under orders from the bank president. That man, Fortney Stark Jr., says it's not a sign at all. Instead, it is a work of art. And he also admits that it is a statement of moral philosophy.
2 days before Christmas of 1970, Angela Davis was taken through the Sally Port and into the Marin County Jail. She was accused of conspiring in the 1970 shootout that killed a judge and 3 others outside Marin's Hall of Justice. For the past 11 months, Miss Davis, her lawyers, the State Attorney General's office, and a handful of judges have managed to wade through a flood of pretrial motions. This morning, Judge Richard Arneson ruled on the last motion, this one a defense request that the trial be moved. Judge Arneson rejected a defense attempt to dictate the site of the new trial, but the judge did agree with the defense contention that in all likelihood Miss Davis could not get a fair trial here in Marin County. The law says only the judge can decide where the trial should go. This morning, Judge Arneson said that it should go to Santa Clara County, the courthouse in San Jose. Apparently that is where Miss Davis will spend Christmas of 1971.
We did not oppose the motion for change of venue, a general motion. But we expressed no preference, and I'm not going to express any preference now as to a particular county. The judge has made up his mind, and we're prepared to accept that.
What happens now?
Well, in 10 days, they should get the file together and send it down to Santa Clara County, and then the criminal court judges down there will set the case for whatever is the next step.
The procedural steps, as I understand them, they pack up the papers and certify them and send them down to Santa Clara County. Then they take Miss Davis down to Santa Clara County, which will probably be some kind of paramilitary operation.
The general practice is the case is transferred to another county, and then the judges there pick it up. The judge usually doesn't go. Now, this is an unusual case, and whether the judge in this case will go, I have no idea.
I think that Santa Clara County is the county where Miss Davis cannot receive a fair trial. And it's our opinion, our position, that has already been established by the survey which we introduced. That survey showed that there are very intense prejudices against Miss Davis in Santa Clara County based upon her race, politics, and the widespread dissemination of information about her in that particular county.
So you will challenge this or move for another change of venue?
We definitely will challenge it, and the challenge may take the form of a move for another change of venue. We hope to file a challenge very shortly, perhaps within the next 2 or 3 days.
He can make a motion in Santa Clara County for a change of venue from Santa Clara if he feels he can't get a fair trial in Santa Clara. And then there would have to be a hearing on that, so it could be delayed for another 30 days or maybe 60 days.
Clear. Administration of a university or an educational system cannot give in to that, because this is like the first payment to a blackmailer. What do you do next week if another group with completely intolerable demands comes in and says, give in or we burn the place down? No, as long as they are out there threatening and creating violence, you cannot move ahead on the worthwhile things. And this is a tragedy. The Third World Movement has many proposals that I'm sure every one of us, including the administration of the university, are eager to move forward on. We cannot do it until they put down the gun.
I think that the right way to handle this is the way that we handle it normally. The regents have delegated to the president the authority to make such regulations. The president has the policy of consulting fully with the chancellors, with representative groups of faculty and students before he changes them. And these are very difficult and tricky rules to develop in the right form, and I think there should be full consultation.